is not a done deal. That's why teams have to win 3 sets. And if there's any team that knows it is possible, it should be Ateneo because it was done against them.
Yes, I was going to say that. This happened to them twice. Pero yun nga lang, sa kabilang sitwasyon sila.
Pero they've been able to come back also, if I'm not mistaken, against National University, or was it Adamson? Let me check on that. But they were down 2 sets also and came back. So we always say that's why the game has to be played and has to be finished, because nothing is a done deal. Things can turn around on, you know, split second. In the meantime, LaSalle ahead here 1-0. Third set action. Mula po dito sa Mall of Asia Arena. Boone Gonzalez, Mosey Ravena, Selena Dagdag, Billy Capistrano, Direk Abet Ramos. Ang at the helm. Oy.
Mukha kasing may touch.
Abby Maranyo is right there with our first referee. Check ball outside.
Mukhang check eh. Look like check ball. So, pero wala. Let's see it once again. Gedenden actually yung they're trying to question yung Gedenden. But it was really yung reaction lang kasi ni Denden. But
well, no doubt this one.
Yep.
But this one, Abby Maranyo putting it away. Abby Maranyo, who's about to do her thesis and is specializing in the Philippine mass media. Wow. That's what she wants to do.
So kasama na natin yan, ha?
I have an interesting thing to say about that statement of yours, Mosey, pero puntahan muna natin si Billy Capistrano.
Boom and Mosey, it was indeed a tough set for the Lady Spikers, but with focus and determination, they were able to overcome it. Now in this third set, they plan on keeping the momentum going. Now Coach Jamil pointed out na hindi puro lakas ng palo at galing ng pag-block ang volleyball. Kailangan gamitin ang utak at mga mata. He added that the girls should stay focused and not be affected by the crowd, their emotions, and all the noise. Lastly, he reminded the girls to really listen to him and follow instructions well dahil pag may naligaw, apektado ang buong team. Women Mosey?
Magandang punto yan, Billy. You know why? Because when you're about to close out a match, there are different kinds of nervousness naman nararamdaman ng player. That is different from other kinds of pressure and nerves.
Ako doon nagsiset in yung championship experience ko. A lot of it, diba? And yung exposure mo to big games.
Speaking of big games, you've had a ton of them in season 75, starting with a 5-setter weekend that opened up the year, which I always say was already an omen, no? Pangitayan eh, pangitayan talaga eh. And
much to our, of course, delight, and much to our enjoyment.
Yes. Elisa Valdez, great serve, but saved by LaSalle. Ferrer chooses Kainglet, wrong footing though. Reyes again in the middle. Nakuha yung tapik. Back set. Hervasio with a facial on Maranyo. And a point will go to Ateneo. Glance the head of Abby Maranyo on this Hervasio attack.
It was actually a good play. Jem Ferrer giving it to Hervasio.
Selena Dagdag now will join us from the Ateneo side.
You know what, Boom Mosey, Coach Roger had some very interesting insights in the huddle earlier. Ang sabi niya sa players niya, kung kailangan yung habulin ang malayong bola or abutin ang mataas na bola, yun ang gawin nyo. Because this game is all about how badly you want to win it. Coach Roger tells the team they have all it takes to win it. It's just he's disappointed with the amount of errors the team has. Kaya coming into the third set, he wants to see 3 things. Tenacity, perseverance, aggression, but definitely minimal errors. At dagdag pa ni team captain Z. Hervasio, ang tagal na nating pinaghihirapan ng #1 spot na to. Kunin na natin. Boom and Mosey.
There's no tomorrow. No more choice but to fight. And as Gretchen Ho told me, all out. Lana, all out effort. They have to put it in today, right now, as they're down 4-5.
You know also what's going for Coach Ramil Tejas? He has these players who act like spark plugs, diba? Yung binubunot niya like Demesilio, diba?
Yes.
Nakapalit ni Wenshu.
Tama.
Diba? That will give you
Mabigat.
some points when she enters in. You have Joy.
And I love how confident they are when they come in, Mosey, and that comes from the coach, obviously, right?
And then the players in waiting, yung mindset nila while waiting is being ready, diba? Yung I'm always ready.
Yep. Hervasio in her last year. 5-all is our score. Fajardo chooses Reyes. The push doesn't work now, but they get the free ball. Galang will set up Demecillo. Delayed by the block. Ferrer, back set to Valdez. Kohing with the usual dive. Reyes unable to put it away.
And Zia Basho with a little bit of matrix there, and she knew it was going out already. Good read on Z.
Mika on your screens said one of the biggest things that Coach Ramil has really contributed to her. I asked the players the same questions when it comes to Coach Ramil's influence. Nakakatawa yung sinabi niya. Other than the skills, na sabi nga natin, hindi daw siya natural player nga na volleyball. Other than the skills, sabi niya yung conditioning, which you know, Mosey, is very important for volleyball. And she said, pagdating ko dito sa Lasal, isang push-up, hindi ako makapag-push up, sabi niya. Sabi niya, that's what she said. Sabi niya ngayon, dalawa na pwede.
Parang kaya na ng 3. Same number.
But it underscores the lack of apparent, at least to her, athleticism.
Yes. And also, it's the recognition of the coaches, diba?
Yes, correct.
Developing her.
Correct,
Yun naman ang maganda doon. Yung ganda ng attitude, diba?
And speaking of developing, that girl, Eliza Valdez, still developing. She's already great, but she's gonna get better. And they have a chance here, ahead by 2. Kainglet unable to put it away this time.
But you know, on the other side, on the Ateneo side, credit also Coach Roger for the development of Ateneo through the years.
No question.
In 5 years.
We'll talk more about that, Mosey, when we come back. De La Paz, Sharon Teng, Sir Edwin.
Oo nga.
Sumisilip. Kunwari, hindi nakita yung sarili.
Kompleto pa yan eh. Sunod-sunod pa.
Oh, that's right. Kiana Valenciano is our Silverworks courtside charmer. Silverworks adds personality to her unique fashion sense. Silverworks live to play. LaSalle trailing here by 3. Mistimed by Mika Reyes. I want to go back to your point, Mosey, about Coach Roger Correa. Batchmates niya itong mga to. See? Gretchen, A, Phil, and Jem.
Dapat nga Fab 6 eh, kasama siya.
What he has done for the school has been tremendous.
You have to remember, before that, of course, yung Chara Soriano era lang na 2008, I think. Ano? Pero before that, yung okay lang ang Ateneo. They're definitely not contenders in the finals. So, not yet. So, na-develop rin ni Coach Roger. Imagine, in the 5 years, I think 4 years straight, pumasok sila sa Final 4.
Yes.
And then, going into the finals twice.
They made the Final 4 with that woman,
Chara
in 2008.
Soriano,
and then they fell out of it.
Yeah.
And then Coach Roger and the girls came in, and I said the story in the semifinals. Ferrer and Kainglet and Hervasio are not really recruits of Coach Roger. They're recruits of Coach Dulay. But they decided to play for Ateneo anyway. Coach Roger had them and developed them. And before they came around, their volleyball program, as you mentioned, was not at par with the USTs, FEUs, and now the LaSalles. But now, 2 straight finals appearances. And, as you said, 4 straight Final 4 appearances. Hindi mo mayaalis yung nagawa ni Coach Roger.
Yun. Mahirap gawin yan. But because Coach Roger is a champion coach, talaga namang many, 20 plus something championships under his belt.
Correct. I mean, we always talk about Coach Ramil and his 8 championships here at the UAP, but Coach Roger has done it in many, many levels. Gretchen Ho, also doing her thesis as we speak. Maranyo, who credits media student talaga.
Oh, hindi mo pa kinuwento
He credits the media for this surge. And I told her, hindi, kayo rin yan. Kayo talaga. Hindi, sir. Yung media po, talagang nakipagtalo ka na. Yung media po ang pinasasalamatan namin, sabi niya.
Because she understands also the importance of tama rin naman siya
As I
of
always,
the media.
Yes, as I always say, as she puts that point away, it's a combination of many factors always, Mosey.
True.
But it all boils down to how they play. Media can spin all they want, all we want rather, on how these girls are playing, but you know,
That's
video
right.
cannot be faked, and that scene that you see right there, that cannot be fabricated at all.
It has to capture kasi the interest of the audience. And you can only capture it if yung games are really good games, exciting games.
And you can't fake those emotions, Mosey. 11-9 is our score. A. Nakachi also graduating with that girl, the original ballerina and then turned volleyball player, Phil Kainglet. This is Gohing to Gumabao. Gumabao has been silent here in this game. This game has a strange pace to it. This third set especially. And Gumabao only has 4 points so far. If I were Ateneo, I like this pace.
Yes, I
right?
was going to say, ano mo, parang bumalik tayo sa tinatansya nila yung isa't isa. It's as if it's just the first set. It's a slower game in this third set. They're trying to parang calculate each other's moves.
No lead is safe though for Ateneo as you look at the fans there from the Ateneo side. Fudgy Bar, O-Bar, Sasaya, abante po ng 13-9 ang Ateneo pero abante ng 2 set. And if Ateneo wants to extend this to game number 3, as I always say, they will have to do it the hard way and do what their arch rivals did in game number 1. Balik kay Valdez. Valdez goes for the angle. Gohing was there. Fajardo goes to Chu. Chu down the line.
Beautiful down the line hit by Wenshu. And again, going back to what we were talking about a while ago, yung mga hugot ni Coach Ramil, di ba? Now putting in Wenshu once again for the Mesilio. Wenshu scoring.
Correct.
Diba? So
yes.
it's as if nothing is missed.
Paambag-ambag.
No one is missed. Tama ka dyan. Ganyan. Paambag-ambag.
Ibinalik ang bola. Ateneo unable to put away yung mga regalo, no, Mosey? But they have a chance here. Malapit sa net. Valdez on top. Sent back. Oh, nobody taking the ball. And Ferrer will give LaSalle a chance ball here. And a donut hole seen by Abby Maranyo.
What a sweet, sweet move by the team captain. Look at this. Soft touch, knowing where that empty spot is.
You know, as fierce as Abby Maranyo looks on the court, when you talk to her,
Very God-fearing in
very
many interviews.
very humble, very charming, very soft-spoken, incredible person, not just a great player.
Oh, so
For De La
ano nga,
Salle.
magiging katabi na ba natin siya dito soon?
Yan ang di natin alam. Kasi gusto rin niya to delve into movies, behind the scenes. Mga ganong klase ang gusto niya. Makinig muna tayo kay Coach Roger.
Tumating dito, puro minutes natin, no? Ano ba nangyayari sa atin? Nagmamadali kasi kayo eh. Kaya pwede mo nakasubsob ka, bakit ba kayo nagmamadali? Pag nasa atin ang bola, relax lang kayo. Importante maitaas. Umabot doon sa unahan, nagmamadali tayo lahat eh. Nahihirapan si Jam, yung mga receive nyo, kung hindi malayo sa net, nakasubsob doon sa net. Pagdating naman kay Jam, i-over naman niya doon yung bola. Nakawin mo ng set Jam para ma-overreach ang kalaban. Reception natin, kailangan.
It's not easy to be in his shoes,
Oh,
Mosey.
definitely, most definitely.
As you come into a program, obviously Ateneo, you know, very dominant lately, recently in basketball. They want to climb up the ranks in volleyball too. So there's pressure on his side
Oh
too.
yes, and especially now that they're at their 5th year, which is kung ano culminating,
Result
diba?
year.
Activity.
Results year. Great attack by Valdez on a combination play. Abante po ng 14-12. The biggest lead in this set, Mosey, was 4. At 9-5. And Valdez. Ferrer. 3-time best setter. 5-time all-in-all. When it comes to all the other leagues that she's played. 3 times here. 3 of your 5 years.
Wow.
You're the best setter. That's a
Yes,
heck
that's a
of a
lot.
record.
Yep.
Heck of a record. Maranyo now. 13-14. Valdez again. Tried to go for the angle or the check ball, pero wala. So LaSalle point. And we are tied once again. Again. Down 4 ang LaSalle. They come back. turning point or a moment of a lesson learned by Ateneo? We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, and that's
Oh, it drops in.
drops in.
So
Well,
another takeover, Mosey.
Lazaro not in the right position that time. Di katulad nung second set. Kanina, nasa posisyon siya kahit malapit yung bola dun sa
Tama.
baseline. Di niya kinuha. But this time, she was far away from the baseline.
Shakey's Fast Serve brought to you by Shakey's Fun Family Pizza. Faulty reception. And a chance for LaSalle. Reyes getting them a 2-point lead. So down 4, up 2. It's the same story for DLSU right now. Back in a moment. Balik po tayo dito sa Mall of Asia Arena, and this is a great scene, Mosey, after game number 1.
Oh, yes.
When it was all over. I mean, it's tough, obviously, for Ateneo. They lost that in 5 sets. Maraño and Valdez in the middle. A great, great, great scene from two very fierce rivals. Right now, that's not going on, obviously, as Ateneo's down 2 after being up 4, and now down 3. Dangerous times for the Lady Eagles here.
Right, let's see. This is the moment where
Yep.
a positive reaction
Has to,
from
yep.
the Lady Eagles has
Yep.
to be. You know, yun dapat ang makita sa kanila, no? And Coach Roger a little bit frustrated in that before the technical timeout.
Yep. Because LaSalle is rolling here. And another faulty reception and another free ball for LaSalle, and Mika Reyes is blocked that time. So they stop the bleeding, so to speak. Ateneo does. They will serve here. March Tejada will come back for Inakachi. Reginald marches back. Tejada will serve. As you look at that sequence right now.
You can blame Coach Roger for being frustrated kasi laging up by 4, up by 5, by 6.
Tama, oo. Sinabi nga ni Shalina Dagdag sa report niya nung pre-game natin kasamang Mosey na the killer instinct,
Yes.
diba? Nawawala eh. Pag LaSalle ang kaharap, ito, Tejada unable to follow it. And LaSalle with a 3-point lead. If you're Ateneo, you cannot be disheartened. You have to keep fighting. As Michelle Gumabao serves here. And Billy Capistrano has informed us, diba, that she's not coming back next year.
Yes.
That's the word. Gohing obviously played out her eligibility already. And Abby Maraño too, as LaSalle is up 4. 19-15. A very, very important moment here as this gap is widening for the defending champions.
Well, now you can see Coach Roger standing up. Reminding the players, it's all or nothing now.
And again, faulty reception.
Yes, that has been really the problem of Ateneo. They managed to take up the
Oh,
ball.
what an angle by the co-MVP.
The very young Aragalang.
The timeout by Coach Roger Gorayev here. Look at Aragalang. A little bit of an off-speed, a little bit of a cut shot. And a great placement by the Angeles University Foundation recruit.
Lagi ko naman sinasabi sa inyo na huwag niyong pababayaan yung pwesto ninyo eh. Hindi tayo makaka-afford na nangihina ang loob ninyo. May laro naman tayo eh. Bakit nangihina ang loob nyo? Kahit naman sila ng 100 points, ilabalin nyo.
Back here, Coach Roger Gorayev One big fight, one last stand for Ateneo here at down 5. And another giveaway to LaSalle. And Reyes finds another hole. It's like a dam just broke all of a sudden, Mosey.
That's right. And again, that's the point of Coach Roger na pinaghihinaan ng loob. Well, you've got game. Definitely. Lumalabang mga kayo eh. Pero yun ang nagiging problema, yung hina ng loob na sinasabi ni Coach Roger.
21-15. And LaSalle is on the verge here. 4 points away from their 3rd straight championship, and they're doing it on both ends, offense and defense. Pero nabigyan pa ng puntos ang Ateneo here. They have to do this now. Here are the Lady Eagles. And Eliza Valdez on deck serving, 16-21. You know, my favorite part of my conversation with Eliza Valdez is how unassuming this girl is, Mosey.
Very young.
And oblivious to her popularity, really. She's such a nice person to talk to. Unfortunately, her team right now is crumbling in the face of this LaSalle juggernaut. 22-16, Penglet is denied. And it is it's Aragalang on deck serving. One of the better servers in the league. A push. LaSalle looks at Reyes. Goes through.
Still playable.
Yep. Fajardo checks at the defense. Lazaro was there. Ferrer, back set.
Herbacio.
Chu. Valdez.
Z again.
Tries again. Galang again, able to get it up. Chu. Lazaro. Ferrer, underhand set to Kainglet. That's a playable ball!
Oh! But it seems that yung Ateneo pa yung nabothered dun sa questionable hit.
Yep. Parang for a split
Yes.
second, they paused, Mosey.
Parang they kind of thought kung nagkahanap ng tawag or something, but
Yep. I'm looking at Coach Ramil right now. He's looking at the crowd, and the crowd is feeling it, and it's in the hands of Aragalang.
and once
Championship
again,
point.
crumbling. Diba? They had a 4-point lead, but LaSalle just stuck to their game plan. Now they are at set point.
Championship point. And the Rookie of the Year last year and the co-MVP is on deck. March Tejada, the rookie, looks on and probably hoping that she'll get her shot again next time. 24-16. The Fab 5 era on the verge of closing. Tiu, not yet. Reyes, not yet. Ferrer goes to Kainglet with all her might. Gohing was there. Tiu again.
Oh, Ateneo still fighting.
Back set.
Oh,
And LaSalle does it. The championship goes to them as LaSalle is able to put it away. And the first championship celebration at the Mall of Asia Arena will be the LaSalle Championship celebration, the women's volleyball team
Yup,
of
history
LaSalle.
in MOA. Diba? And LaSalle winning it in 3. But Ateneo, nothing to be ashamed of. They fought really hard. It's just that, LaSalle is a really strong team. And yung experience really, I think to me, personally, that really did it for LaSalle. Yung championship experience, yung
Look
history.
at that. Liz Gohig, emotional. All her trips to the finals, and I'm sure it feels like it's new to her. I'll say this about the Fab 5, Mosey. We wouldn't be here
Yes,
without them.
definitely. Definitely.
They may not have won a championship, but their legacy is bigger than a championship, I
Correct.
would believe, Mosey.
Yes, I believe so. Because, alam mo yung following na Ateneo, they started really yung volleyball.
Yep.
Following nila, hindi man school-based.
Yeah.
They were followed by a lot of volleyball enthusiasts and volleyball fans. And
This is a great scene right here.
that started the popularity of volleyball.
Yes.
Really.
As a
Big
group,
part.
there were
Yes.
other teams, Mosey, who had great individual stars na ang daming fans like Takis, di ba,
Yup.
Charo.
Pero ito as a
Ito,
team.
as a team, eh, no?
Yup.
Yung lima na yan. And that is their legacy.
To
And
volleyball, to UAAP.
yes, and I don't think the championship will be able to define that.
Correct, true.
But a championship is sweet. And
Yes,
guys
especially
like,
if it's your 3P.
yes, and Abby Maranyo, Michelle Gumama, who contributed to the
So much.
popularity. Liz Gohing, Aragalang in her young career, will have a chance to even pad on to this ongoing legacy of theirs as they celebrate their second three-peat. And Ateneo, their second straight finals appearance, should be hardened by this experience and come back a stronger team even without the Fab Five.
Most definitely so. The recruitment is going on, continues
Yes.
naman yan,
Yep.
and yung experience that they wanted to learn, they have that too.
The level of volleyball, the level of popularity, and the level of play, it wouldn't be here without these two schools and the 6 other schools who participated this year, and everything that they've contributed to season 75 of the UAP, which has attracted the superstars from all walks of life, including that man, Mr. Gary Valenciano. And a poignant moment for the lady Spikers, who will go down in history as a second three-peat champion. And what about Coach Romeo?
Oh yes, 8 of his 15 years in volleyball.
Oh, look at that. Now he can smile. And Liz Gohing, all her trips
Look at,
to the
look at
finals.
them, look at
Yun na yung
the coach and the
nag-kick in na
players.
yung pagkatatay.
Oo. Yung sa lahat ng sigaw na natanggap ni
Yeah.
Gohing.
Yeah.
Ito na.
And Ateneo on the
May
other
kapalit.
side naman, here on the other side of the floor, all together also have nothing to be ashamed of. They have to
Yes.
hold their heads up high. They have, I mean, for their school's history, they've already
Correct.
set and trailblazed, and now it's going to
To
be
continue. It's
correct.
it will be continued by other players. Ganyan rin naman eh. In the
Valdez
past.
is still going to
Diba?
be there.
In the past.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same with USD
Yes,
and FEU.
yeah.
It was the same thing.
Valdez, March Tejada is still going to be there. Yaneta will be the, and I'm sure like the new recruits also. But what a year for UAP volleyball. Liza Valdez, who has been playing with Zeke, and Phil, and Jem when they were still at the Palarong Pambansa. She was the first-year student. They were third-year students. So she's played with them since they were in high school. So it's not just about their togetherness here in college. It dates back to their high school, and it's got to be such an emotional moment for her. But Coach Ramil, who rarely shows any kind of emotion,
Finally showing that smile.
Ella De Jesus, Phil Kainglet,
It was really hard work for Ateneo.
when Chu is not coming back anymore
Yep.
next year.
And what a good way of ending a career.
And again, beyond the championship, we have to recognize that, and we have to mention that their contribution to the sport.
Which is to me really, really important. Bakit? Alam mo yun?
You know?
This volleyball is here. Look at the crowd. Look at the people here. You
Yeah.
are responsible. All of you. All those ingredients. The players, the coaches, the
Yep.
media.
They see that on their screens, and here in the big screens in the Mall of Asia Arena, and believe me, you know, the Atenean players, believe me when I say this, your fans are crying with you.
Yes.
Very much. 25-23, 25-20, and 25-16. We will be back for the awarding ceremonies for the women's volleyball tournament.